Donkey Jaw Projects.
What's up, y'all? This is Marshall of Donkey Jaw Projects, and this is Art Soundoff once again. And today's prompt is: talk about an artist you have a lot of respect for, them and their work. So today I want to talk about a little guy by the name of Jason Brubaker, and here are some of his works. And many of you probably have heard of this if you watch YouTubes and such and follow his work. It's not his earliest work, but it's one he talks about often. Right now he's working on Cithra, finishing that up, and then he's thinking about some other projects right now, if you follow him. This is some old stuff. Even back then, he's Jason Brubaker using coffee table comics. So cool or early stuff. So a reason why I respect him and kind of, you know, he's kind of an inspiration, and the only reason to be honest, I picked him, like, he is a huge part of the inspiration for me these days. But you know, there's so many amazing artists that I respect and have, you know, so much influence from, and it's just impossible to choose. So today I watched a video from him, so I was like, he was top of my mind, and he is a big deal part of the influence because he's doing this stuff independently. You know, he's creating these books, and he's had some really successful Kickstarters, and he's kind of making his own path independently, even though he used to work at DreamWorks. Like, he had the dream job at DreamWorks, and he kind of did that, enjoyed it for a time, and decided he wanted to work on his own comics, and went off on his own, already having kind of set it in motion to the point where it was sustainable to a certain degree. But, you know, he had to work hard to keep it sustainable, and he's still working hard. And I really appreciate that example of somebody who's dedicated to doing independent stuff. Like, that's a tough deal. You don't see him doing fan art. You don't see him trying to work for other companies. He's just doing his own thing. He's not even going to Image and publishing his stuff through Image, although he has actually talked about that might be one of his next steps. You know, Image or some of the other indie publishers. But you know, he's starting and doing this thing all on his own, and I gotta respect him for that. And it's very close or very similar to the type of path I would like to take. Kind of, you know, pave your own way, you know. So yeah, really respect the dude. His art is awesome. It's super fun and, like, emotive and cartoony, but also has some detail, and it's kind of got a sketchy quality to it, which is, you know, stuff I tend to gravitate towards people whose art is not, like, kind of in a perfect state, but a more sketchy state. And to say sketchy doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that, you know, that's just the style he prefers, you know. But you can see it's good stuff. So yeah, Jason Brubaker, huge fan of him. And, you know, kind of along the same lines, Jake Parker, two YouTube dudes, but, you know, comic dudes who are kind of paving their own path. Anybody who's doing something like that, they're like prime, you know, influences of mine. One of my biggest influences is, like, Stephen King, you know, like Robert Kirkman, other people who kind of just create, and their stuff just turns into all kinds of different awesome projects, and that's the path I'd like to take. Will I ever get anywhere near that? Who knows? But that's what I'd love to do. So anyways, big influence. Thanks for watching. please comment, like, and subscribe if you're into the type of stuff I make. And I will talk to you on the next Art Sound Off, the next video. Peace out.